Thank you for the intro. So yeah, my name's Mark Carter. I'm Commercial Director for Oracle. We sit in the Environmental Division at Andwis. Joined the group back in November 2024. Just first of all, I just want to apologise for my acting skills on the video at the start. It's clearly not where my skill set lies. But where it does lie is in asbestos management and compliance, and we're going to give you a talk today around some of the common myths to do with asbestos compliance. So a bit about Oracle. We're a specialist asbestos management company based up in Kettering in the Midlands. We offer a turnkey solution to our customers' asbestos requirements, and we're highly accredited in the fields of asbestos surveying, sampling, analysis, air monitoring. We do a lot of asbestos training. We are HSE licensed for asbestos removal and remediation, and we also work in contaminated land sampling and remediation. Okay, so today's talk is about asbestos management. So quick show of hands from the audience. Who has some form of responsibility for managing asbestos either in a property or within your customers' properties or on a project? Okay, brilliant. Got a few show of hands. I've got a few customers in the room there. So who feels they're fully compliant with current asbestos regulations?
We're not going to fall for this.
Okay, so we're still finding that many organisations actually believe they are fully compliant until they are challenged in some form, and we're still seeing it's common for duty holders and people responsible to be relying on either out of date or missing information when it comes to their asbestos management duties. Okay, so the question isn't whether asbestos exists in buildings, it's whether it's being properly managed. Okay, so that leads me on to there we go. First myth. Okay, myth number one. Asbestos is a thing of the past. Okay, common myth. So a couple of my questions have already been stolen, but who knows when asbestos was fully banned in the UK?
Well, sort of. There's kind of two conflicting dates. So officially it was the 1st of January the year 2000, but it was in circulation in matrices for gaskets up until 2005.
Correct. So year 2000, okay? Year 2000 was when asbestos was fully banned in the UK. Bit of a tricky one. Does anyone know how many pre-2000 buildings exist in the UK? Anyone have a guess? Okay, there's approximately 25 million pre-2000 buildings, okay, that can potentially contain asbestos. So current demolition stats are showing that approximately 50,000 of those buildings are demolished on an annual basis. So what that means is it could potentially take nearly 500 years for asbestos to be fully eradicated from buildings in the UK. Okay, so asbestos is not a thing of the past. It is very much a risk of the future and something that we must therefore manage effectively. Myth number two, very common one. We have an asbestos survey, so we're compliant. Okay, so the management survey is the starting point which identifies asbestos in a premises. A separate document known as an asbestos management plan is a legally required document which then stipulates how that organisation will manage the risk. Okay, but an asbestos register alone does not mean full compliance. Customers need to demonstrate training and competency, and they have to have those records maintained, regularly updated through ongoing checks. Okay, so there's a lot more to it than just having a survey. Okay, the survey is just the starting point, it's not the finished product. Myth number three, our asbestos register covers us for this work. So this is particularly relevant to those working in the construction industry or fit out or in some form of project. Okay, a management survey will not be sufficient for covering this type of activity. Okay, so refurbishment and demolition surveys are intrusive by their design, and they're designed to identify any asbestos that could be sealed or hidden away in properties prior to that project commencing. Okay, so one of the biggest issues we still see is organisations relying upon asbestos information that was never intended for its purpose, okay, never intended for that project. Okay, and what this can cause is project delays, unforeseen costs on jobs due to the incorrect surveys being in place. In addition, contractors need task-specific asbestos information so they can work safely on that project. So the wrong survey can equal the wrong information, which can lead to an uncontrolled risk. And the final myth, myth 4, asbestos awareness training makes us competent. Well, to certain individuals and certain trades, that statement is true, but asbestos awareness alone is not sufficient if you've got some form of responsibility for managing asbestos in a building. Okay, so duty holders and their appointed people, they need additional competency-based training, courses such as a duty to manage course or a P405, which provides additional practical asbestos training. Okay, so effective asbestos management requires informed decision-making, clear accountability and ongoing oversight, which awareness alone will not provide. So what does full asbestos compliance actually look like? Well, one of the bespoke services that Oracle offer is an asbestos compliance health check, which is designed to identify, help our customers with any what strengths they've got with their current management systems. It can also highlight any potential weaknesses in gaps in their compliance, improve contractor management procedures and duty holder confidence, and ultimately benchmark their asbestos management systems in line with the current regulations. Okay, so these are the 8 sectors of compliance we cover during the health check, everything from the initial asbestos management survey through to training and competency, through to reviewing any asbestos removal and remediation records. So I've actually got a little competition for you. You've all got a notepad, you've all got a pen. I do need you to write your answer down. But what I'd like you to do, a bit of a competition. There's a bottle of champagne for the person that gets the closest answer to this. So how many individual elements do you think are required to achieve full asbestos compliance? So just take 15, 20 seconds, write your answer down. Bottle of champagne for the winner. No Googling, no AI, please. And no one from Oracle can answer this as well, by the way. Okay. How many individual elements do we think are required to achieve full asbestos compliance? Okay. Anyone want to shout out their answers? 15? 24? Any other takers? Here we go. 73 individual elements are required to achieve full asbestos compliance.
75.
75? Oh, anyone closer than 75? Okay, I think we've got a winner here. We've got 2 bottles actually, so congratulations. And just one at the... Okay, so just to touch upon that, our complimentary health checks are exclusively available to andwis customers. Okay, they take approximately about an hour to complete, including high-level gap analysis of how you're currently performing, practical recommendations off the back of the review, and you'll get the ongoing support from Oracle's team of specialists. Okay, so if anyone would like to take us up on this offer, please come and see me at lunch or during one of the breaks. We can talk more about it. We can look at how we can get you booked in for that service. But that's it from me. I hope that's been helpful, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Right, okay. The one question we have, Mark, is what's the single non-compliant, what's the largest non-compliance that most businesses fall foul to?
I would still say it's your asbestos register being out of date. Okay, so we get lots of calls from customers, we turn up to lots of sites and we ask to see their register, which they believe is compliant, but it was done 5 years ago. Okay, so lots could have happened in that time. Asbestos could have been removed, asbestos could have been damaged, okay? So there could be lots of changes, so probably the biggest thing is customers having a register, but it's not in date, okay? An asbestos register must be updated on an annual basis.
Is that the case even if the previous register and report said there was no asbestos in the building?
If there was no asbestos, you don't need to have an ongoing re-inspection or register update, but you must maintain an asbestos management plan based on a basic asbestos management survey. So it's only until full demolition of a building takes place is that we can fully confirm there's no asbestos materials within.